Reading of the day. From the book of the prophet Isaiah. On that day, this song will be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. He sets up salvation as walls and ramparts. Open the gates, that the righteous nation may enter, the one that remains faithful. Its mind is steadfast. You will keep it in perfect peace, because it trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord is an eternal rock. For he has humbled those who dwell on high. He has laid low the lofty city. He levels it to the ground, casts it down to the dust. The feet trample it down, the feet of the oppressed, the footsteps of the poor. Gospel of the day. From the Gospel according to Matthew. MT 7:21, 24-27. At that time Jesus said to his disciples, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father in heaven. Everyone who listens to these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man who built his house on rock. The rain fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and buffeted the house. But it did not collapse. It had been set solidly on rock. And everyone who listens to these words of mine but does not act on them will be like a fool who built his house on sand. The rain fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and buffeted the house, and it collapsed with great ruin." Words of the Holy Father. This image of the rock refers to the Lord. Isaiah, in the first reading, says, "Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord is an eternal rock." The rock is Jesus Christ. The rock is the Lord. A word is strong, gives life, can endure and resist all attacks if it is rooted in Jesus Christ. A Christian word that is not rooted in the life of a person in Jesus Christ is a Christian word without Christ. And Christian words without Christ deceive. They hurt. An English writer once said that heresy is a truth that has gone mad. When Christian words are without Christ, they start heading down the path of madness. A Christian word without Christ leads you to vanity, self-reliance, pride, and power for power's sake. And the Lord humbles such people. This is a constant in the history of salvation. Anna, the mother of Samuel, says it. Mary, in the Magnificat, says it. The Lord humbles the vanity and pride of those who think they are a rock. These people follow words alone, even Christian words, but without Christ. Without a relationship with Christ, without prayer with Christ, without service to Christ, without love for Christ. This is what the Lord tells us today. Build your life on this rock, and the rock is Him. With the humility of being saved disciples, let us move forward, not with words that, in their pursuit of power, end up in the madness of vanity and pride. May the Lord grant us the grace of humility to speak words with Christ, founded on Christ. Today we celebrate Saint Sabas the Sanctified. Life. Saint Sabas was born in 439 in Mutalaska, Cappadocia, modern-day Turkey, into a noble and deeply Christian family. From an early age, he showed great interest in monastic life. At 18, he left his home to join a nearby monastery, where he deepened his spiritual vocation. Seeking greater solitude and a life wholly devoted to prayer, Saint Sabas moved to Palestine, where he joined the renowned monk Euthymius the Great. Later, he chose to live as a hermit in the mountains near the Dead Sea. Over time, his holiness attracted many disciples, and a monastic community grew around him. Saint Sabas founded the monastery known as the Great Lavra of Saint Sabas, one of the most significant centers of Eastern Christianity, which became a spiritual and cultural hub. He was known for his love of prayer, discipline, and service to the needy. He fervently defended the orthodoxy of Christian faith against the heresies of his time. Death. Saint Sabas died in 532 at the age of 93. He is venerated by both the Catholic and Orthodox churches as one of the fathers of Eastern monasticism. His spiritual work and example continue to inspire monks and faithful worldwide. Prayer. Saint Sabas, master of prayer and spiritual guide, intercede for us so that we may follow your example of faith and devotion to God. Help us live in peace, discipline, and service to others, with a humble heart open to divine will. Amen. Thank you for listening to the Gospel and the Saint of the Day. If you wish to continue exploring spirituality and Christian history, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the upcoming videos. May the peace and blessing of the Lord be with you always.